Tonight for Sports Casuals, we got some crazy NBA games and news. We got fired coaches, choked leads, just some crazy shit going on. Then we got some disappointing baseball news and crazy NHL games to get into. So let's just get started.
Do you want to start with the Timberwolves?
No, because this game was pathetic. I don't even know how this happened. My last video, I got the anger out. Now it's just mostly sadness. This game sucked. 24-point lead. We blew it in 10 minutes, man. Tell me what happened.
Well, we gave up a 39-8 run to end the game.
I was so pissed.
I saw on Twitter we shot like 2 of 12 from 3 and 4 of 20 in the last 10 minutes and had 9 turnovers.
There was a stretch where we just didn't make any shots. There was no field goals made for like 8 minutes there. We weren't even getting shots up half the time. We were turning the ball
turning it over. 9 turnovers. It's ridiculous.
I'm at a loss for words about this game. I mean, it was looking great. Ant becomes the youngest player to, what even was it? Was he the youngest player to hit 9,000 points in NBA history or something? Crazy shit. And then it collapsed.
Yeah, Ant also became the single season scoring leader for the Wolves.
So he made double history, and then we made terrible history in the fourth quarter as the upset that disappointed me most in my whole life.
Ant went 2 for 11 on 3.
That really bothers me. When we're doing the 3-point thing and it's just bricking repeatedly, I'm just like, Coach. Rudy had 4 shots, Coach. Get Rudy into the game.
Is Brook Lopez really just that good? Is that part of it?
I don't know. I don't even know. You can't ask me because this is called Sports Casuals. I have no idea if Brook Lopez is good or not. It's just...
I said, remember a couple shows ago, a few weeks ago, I was like, there's 3 straight nights where he had really nice stat lines, and I was like, is he a low-key Hall of Famer?
There's no way. They let just about anyone in, but
yeah,
maybe. Dante DiVincenzo had a great game, 24 points. Finch decided not to let him in. Figured let's get Mike Conley some extra cardio and just blow the 24-point lead in the fourth quarter. Just sucks.
Conley was a minus 22. The Nuggets fired Mike Malone. Fired him, replaced him with Rick Adelman's kid, former Timberwolf coach, David Adelman. I believe he was on our coaching staff a few years ago, right?
Yeah, but he retired in like 2014, I believe.
No, David.
Oh,
wasn't he? I think he was an assistant for us a few years ago.
Yeah, he was. He was with the Wolves for a while, and then he was an assistant for like the Magic and one other team, and then he went to the Nuggets. He really didn't have much of a track record. I think he kind of just got gifted a coaching, or not even a coaching job at the start, but just gifted a job by dad at the start. Won a chip with the Nuggets. Now, I mean, he's a head coach. My thing is like, I won't shit on him, but it's like, is this guy better than the guy that just won you a championship 2 years ago?
Probably not.
I can't imagine he is. And I mean, we obviously don't love the Nuggets here, so it's not our problem, but it was just kind of a head scratcher for me, even though they had a 4-game losing streak.
And they fired the GM too.
Like factory reset at the end of the season when you're
that's crazy.
Fighting for the 3 seed just is wild. You have Jokic too. It's like, do you think Jokic will leave the Nuggets? Stay with the Nuggets? What do you think?
Another Laker.
Dude, if the Lakers get Jokic, I'm crashing.
I think they would. I think they would have the like international Mount Rushmore. Got Pau Gasol, Luka, Jokic.
I don't even want to talk about that as a possibility. They do not deserve it at all. They don't deserve shit. We deserve a ring, and we're just going to get a play-in game. Another damn play-in game. I don't think Jokic leaves, though. He seems to like horses more than the NBA, so I think he kind of just wants to get his
There's
checks, play
there's more
basketball.
places for him to have a ranch in Denver.
That's definitely a take. Is he doing horse racing in the States? I don't even know if that's what he's doing. But
I'd have to imagine he has a horse or two over here. Otherwise, I think he would get bored
in the Derby, do you think we're going to see
in the
Jokic
Derby.
riding in the Derby? He's going to be the one
Jeez.
riding the horse.
Jockeys are always like 5'2", 100 pounds,
Breaking the mold, baby.
breaking the horse.
Up next, we got the Lakers losing a big one to the Thunder. They obviously got them a couple days ago, or it may have even been yesterday, but they lose this one. Bit of a choke. LeBron had 28 and 7 rebounds, but he was minus 23 with 6 turnovers. This guy just, I don't know if he's made for the moment, man. And Austin Reeves is minus 19 as well.
LeBron was looking like he was belonging on the Timberwolves in that fourth quarter.
We could use him, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we want to just keep turning the ball over.
The whole thing went to shit after Luka made a mid-range jumper and then started yelling at a fan. And there was a referee between him and the fan, and the ref must have thought he was yelling at him or something. Teed him up, kicked him out. And at that point, they were up by 1. It was 108-107. And immediately after, Vanderbilt blocks a shot into the 10th row, starts talking a little shit. He gets he gets teed up, I believe.
We weren't the only ones to choke today.
Yeah, it just went downhill from there.
Someone else can sit in misery with us.
Yeah, for real. SGA is doing unethical hooping again. Pretty good night from the field though. He put up 31 points from the floor. 11 free throws though.
They win when he gets to the line, I suppose.
Yeah.
They also won the turnover battle 18-6. The Lakers just could not hold on to the ball like us over here in Minnesota, but that seems to be the big issue. LeBron is actually the all-time leader in turnovers as well, so he can really give it to the other team when needed.
He also probably is the all-time leader in minutes touching the ball. So I think that probably goes hand in hand.
Don't bail him out, dude. LeBron's got a turnover problem.
Oh, God.
It's a big bounce back game for Jalen Williams. He kind of sucked in their last one, but he dropped 26 tonight. It was an efficient 26. He had a big dunk. I didn't watch it. I just saw the headline that he dunked it, so I'm sure it was a great dunk, man.
Big dunk.
The Lakers can still drop in the West seeding with this loss.
They could.
They're in trouble.
They could.
They've got the Rockets and I think the Grizzlies coming up. And the Trailblazers, I believe they also play. But tough games. They could drop. They could meet the Timberwolves down here in the swamp in hell. The plan. Never know. Never know. But you know they want to keep the Lakers in the top seeding.
They would shoot 53 free throws in the playing game.
I thought you were going to say they would shoot Jokic before letting him play in the play. You never know. You never know.
Crazy takes over here on Sports Casuals. Let's talk about the Knicks, man. You know, if you take a game to overtime, you probably don't want to get outscored in overtime. It's not a recipe to win.
Oh, okay.
Could just be me, but I don't think that's the best way to go about trying to win a basketball game.
Probably not.
Jason Tatum had a really nice night. Out for the season, though, by the way. 32 points on 11 of 22. He played 48 minutes.
Jesus.
Get that man an ice bath.
They're locked into the 2 seed. That doesn't even make sense.
I don't know.
Why? You're playing for fun because you're in the East. Where it's all sunshine and rainbows in the East.
Yeah, for real.
We're over here in the
Pingus had 34 points.
He's crazy, man.
Against his former team.
Hey, yeah.
They booed him on draft night.
This game.
Who the hell is Pingus?
Dude, this game was crazy. I actually wasn't a complete casual. I watched the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. So I have some crazy analysis. Brunson hit a big shot. Swish. Should have been a foul
Wish.
on there, or he may have been doing a gimmick, but it looks like there should have been a foul. Mikal Bridges also hit a tough shot, and by tough I mean a 10-foot jumper where he was wide open. They were up 3 points, and they had a chance to finally beat a good team this season, but Jason Tatum step back three, Anunoby sagged off of him. I couldn't believe it. And Tatum just swished it with 3 seconds left to force overtime. But one more thing happened before overtime. Game-winning shot attempt, and they were like, why Jalen Brunson? Death beam on the earth. I want Josh Hart to shoot a fucking brick three-pointer, miss by 1.5 miles, and end up losing the game again.
Yeah, I had a good night.
Hart was 0 for 5 from
14.
3. Yeah, Cat was balling.
Yeah.
He fouled Tatum on a 3 in the clutch, but he only made 2 of the free throws, so it was rough. You can't be fouling there, but he had some clutch rebounds too, so can't blame Cat. Last headline in the NBA, we're going for a 3-1 men's shampoo combo. Warriors, Clippers, and Grizzlies all win. 7-1 shampoo, bro. All in one.
Yeah, for real. Motor oil mixed in there.
But anyways, they all win, sending Minnesota down to the dungeon, like I said. 4-way tie. The Lakers are 1 game ahead. The Wolves are 1 game behind. What do you think's going to happen in this Western Conference, man? It's just jumped. It's all jumbled up together. It's a mess right now. What's happening?
I think your West prediction video will come 100% to fruition.
Timberwolves are going to jump to the 3 seed after choking a 24-point lead, everyone. That video has turned out great.
Yes, looks wonderful.
Dude, imagine they won tonight, though. My prediction video would actually be like, holy shit, this guy's a genius.
It would be looking good. It would be looking good.
Can't have shit in Minnesota.
Speaking of not being able to have shit in Minnesota, the Twins lose again. They are like 3-8 on the season. Dating back to the middle of August of last year, they are 15-35, second worst record in that time frame in the MLB. Pablo Lopez got hurt. He was pitching really solid. It looked like he was going to go 6 innings of 1-run ball, and he exits with a hamstring injury. So hopefully that's nothing major, but that's a tough blow. He's our opening day starter. Byron Buxton goes 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. He is really struggling to start this season. I think he's hitting like 150, 130.
Christ. Wasn't he an MVP candidate a couple of years ago?
Like on a per game basis, yeah, but he only played half the season because you can't have shit in Minnesota. Oh God, Griffin Jacks, he airmails a throw on just a little chopper right back to him. Batter goes from home to third on the error. Just 1 out in the 8th, and they end up getting him home. That's the game-winning run. Earlier that inning, we had runners on first and third with 1 man out. Carlos Correa at the dish. It seems like it's exactly what you want. Nope, his double play problem just continued to plague him. Grounds into an inning-ending double play.
Ugh.
Score remains 1-1. We hand it off to Jax, and he throws it away.
Misery.
It's tough, man. The bats just aren't showing up. The infield defense has been atrocious. I think we might be picking at the top of the draft.
Really?
Come next season.
Team? You predicted wild card.
Yeah, the way this is looking, they like to get back to 500. They're gonna have to play 600 baseball.
All right, Carl. Let's switch over to NHL. Maybe we can be a little happier there. What's going on in the NHL?
I think we can.
For the night?
I think we can be a little bit happier about what happened tonight. We had a absolute game of the year candidate with the Canucks versus the Stars. The Stars were holding a 3-goal lead with 1 minute left in the third, and they completely choked it. Atu Ratti scored with 1 minute left on the board, brings the Canucks to within 2, and then Pius Suter scores 2 goals in the last 23, or not quite the last 23 seconds. He scored 2 goals within 23 seconds of each other. The game tying goal came with 7 seconds left on the board.
I can't believe that's
And
even possible.
all of this happened after they had given up an empty netter too. So it looked like they might be dead and gone. Ratty scores 5-on-5, and they're like, all right, fuck it, we pull the goalie again. And Suter comes through. This kid's having a hell of a year. I think he's up to 24 goals now. And that's kind of out of nowhere. He was looking like a, solid bottom 6 type winger, and now he's looking like a really decent middle 6 winger. Kiefer Sherwood, OT hero. I think that was his 14th or 18th of the year. But man, it was such an electric end of the game. Like, couldn't believe what I was watching. The Stars power play though, they're absolutely electric. They can move the puck so well. They're always finding the open guy, and with the 5-on-4, they scored 3 power play goals in the first 25 minutes of this game.
How many power plays were they getting, man?
Yeah, they don't give them power plays.
Seriously.
That's a keynote here.
I see another OT win happened for the Predators this time. I don't know shit about hockey, so I need you to walk me through this. What happened out in Nashville?
This was an absolute barn burner too. 7-6 win. Like, oh my goodness. The Islanders had a 2-0 lead with 2:07 left in the game, and then Steven Stamkos just tees one up on the power play. 27th of the year, second of the game, cuts the lead to 1. And then Michael Bunting with a nasty tip out front with the goalie pulled, 39 seconds on the clock. Tie game.
Big tipper.
And Nashville, they really could have just packed this in. Like, when they were down by 2 in the last couple minutes there, they could have just said, fuck it. They were a really bad team this year. I think they're already eliminated. If not, they're damn close. But they dug deep, and Svechkov scored his 8th of the year, OT winner. Don't really know too much about that guy. He sounds Russian though.
Love that.
But yeah, like I said, this didn't really mean shit for the standings. A couple weeks ago, if you've been listening to our videos, it seemed like the Islanders might be able to make a push for the playoffs, but aside from beating the Wild, they haven't been able to win any games, to get any points. So they've fallen 4 spots out.
Jesus.
Yeah, the standings in the NHL move quick towards the end. It's like, oh my gosh, you have to just win every game if you want to keep pace, because you're fighting with 4 teams for that last spot.
So we need the Wild to get some wins, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, we need one more.
Okay,
I think we're chilling.
Last headline, then we can put ourselves out of this misery. What happened with the Penguins and Blackhawks tonight?
Well, number 87, Sidney Crosby, picked up his 31st goal of the year and his 87th point. So a little symmetry right there, 87 for 87. Hey. Our boy Kevin Hayes, friend of the show, he had two tucks.
What?
He's gonna be on next week, man.
Okay. Right after Colin Coward.
Yep.
And then right before Cat.
Yep. After Chet.
Yep.
Erik Karlsson scored his 200th career goal. That guy's had a hell of a career. He's a defenseman, so 200 career goals is pretty nutty.
Wow.
He's been in the league a long time. It's just kind of sad seeing these guys get old. This is our childhood.
It's over.
But yeah, no, he picked up number 200 on the career. In spite of this loss, though, if you're a Blackhawks fan and you watch this game, yeah, the score looked like dog shit. It was 5-0. But the young guys were looking very good. Bedard was looking solid, per usual. Oliver Moore, your new kid from the U of M, he just flies around with the puck. They started doing this in the third period, but they put him on the same line as Bedard. And those two, neither one can buy a beer. and they just fly around. It's really fun to watch, especially when they lose as a Wild fan. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I can watch this back and forth type of hockey and not have to be sad that the Blackhawks won.
So there's some
Um,
hope in Chicago.
yeah, there is. They have um, 7 first round picks from the last 4 years currently on their roster.
Wow.
And then they have 4 in the next 2 years coming. Um, so they're looking like a menace. And one of those first round picks that's currently on the roster, Sam Renzel, another kid from the U of M. He looks like presently just signed out of college. He looks like a legitimate top 4 defenseman in the league,
Wow.
and that's only going to go up from there. They really might have got themselves their own Brock Faber, which would be really annoying because last year at number 2 overall they took Artem Leshunov out of Russia, and he's projecting to be a very solid another right-handed defenseman, puts up points. So the Blackhawks could really be an issue in the next couple years if they play their cards right
They're gonna
here.
be a
These
problem.
kids just keep on developing, but they got smoked tonight. So
Back to reality.
the reality of tonight's show. It was a sad show. The Timberwolves really got us down. So if you stuck around through it and enjoyed our misery, good for you. If you're here, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Thank you for watching.